Hello and welcome. My name is Anissa Boulahya. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to invest in gold jewelry. Did that topic surprise you? Surely. Investment and jewelry in the same sentence? It cannot be right. How is jewelry an investment? Usually, investing in gold means owning coins or bars. It is a universally accepted mantra, the norm, and everyone knows about it. But let me tell you a secret. Yes, investing in jewelry is actually a gold investment. The more eastward you go, like GCC countries, other like North African countries, like the countries Algeria, where I'm from, the Indian subcontinent and so on, purchasing gold jewelries by individuals is actually seen as a form of investment. And more than that, it's actually an insurance. Whenever things can go wrong, you have something you can sell to get the money in. In our markets, buying physical gold is embedded in our culture. It's been there, it has been passed from generation to generation. It's having its roots cemented from centuries ago. In our cultures, gold is considered as a store of value, a symbol of wealth and status. It's a fundamental part of many of our rituals. Amongst the country's rural population, a deep affinity for gold goes hand in hand with practical considerations of the portability and security of jewelry as an investment. Unlike coins and bars, jewelry is actually worn as an adornment. Its role is dual. It's worn as a beautification, and it is the go-to asset in times of financial crisis and in times of needs. Again, it's an insurance. And this is the reason why the people from these regions of the world consider the jewelry as an investment. But then the question you might be asking yourself is how a jewelry can be an efficient investment. Apart from the standard gold price per gram, jewelry attracts an additional labor cost. This can vary on the complexity of the jewelry designs. Also, handcrafted jewelries will bear a higher labor cost than machine-made jewelries, for example. In contrast, gold bars and coins have a very low and affordable making cost. Thus, it is regarded as an efficient form of gold investment when compared to jewelries. This is indeed an undisputed fact. But then again, we cannot change people's mindset in these regions, and buying jewelry is their way of keeping up with their heritage and customs. So what we can do is to invest in jewelry, but with more efficiency in order to maximize the investment potential and increase your wealth. For most people, the decision to buy a gold jewelry is actually based on an impulse. Although you might have planned to buy a gold jewelry for whatever reason, the truth is, it's when you reach the store and when you have a look at the available offer that you actually take the decision to go for that specific piece of jewelry. The labor cost of that piece you have picked is already fixed, right? The value of the gold itself at the moment of the purchase, at the time you actually acquire the jewelry, might be managed in a more efficient way. For simplicity, let's assume that your gold jewelry that you want to purchase contains 50 grams of gold and the value of the gold per gram is $75. That's just an example. Of course, the price of gold could have been higher or lower in previous month and likewise in future months. We don't know. In this case, it is recommended to invest in small amounts of gold, for example, 10 grams at a time, but multiple times. When we perceive the gold price to be high, we can buy smaller quantities. When we perceive the gold price as being low, we can buy larger quantities of gold. Using this principle of buying, assume we made 3 purchases, 10 grams, 30 grams, and again 10 grams. So it means we purchased lower quantities when the price was high and higher quantities, bigger quantities when the price was actually low. Effectively, this method of investment can make your overall cost of buying the gold cheaper. Now, here's the interesting part. Take the 50 grams of gold bars you've purchased and take it to the store and actually exchange those 50 grams of bars against the jewelry you actually want and desire. This way, you have actually hedged yourself against the gold price. You are not exposed to the variations of the gold price anymore. You're hedging your own jewelry purchase. When you are in the store buying your jewelry using this methodology, the only thing you are exposed to is actually the labor cost and not the price of the gold anymore. This simple concept has been commercialized. Gold accumulation plans are very popular nowadays. The way it works is that you first open a gold trading account as individual with your preferred service provider. It can be a bank, for example. Then you deposit the money into your account to keep it funded for future purchases. Then you provide standing purchase transaction to your service provider, such as buying 10 grams of gold on a fixed date every month. You can do this for a certain duration until you accumulate the volume of gold you need or you want. Another method is just to buy whenever you want, depending on your perception of the gold price. If your perception is that the gold price is currently low, then you can purchase higher quantities through that same bank account. Once you're ready to go and acquire your jewelry, you can just withdraw all the gold you have bought from your service provider and go to the jewelry shop. You can either directly transfer this balance of gold to a shop that would accept this type of payments, or take redemption of the equivalent physical gold as per your account balance. The physical gold can be exchanged at the jewelry shop against the purchase of the jewelry you desire. Thank you for watching us. Please stay tuned for further videos with more insightful content on the various topics that build the global gold industry. Stay safe and see you very soon.